Hi everyone, I will talk about Alexander Pope, and he has a poem called Summer, which has a lot of Greek mythology. So this presentation will be about the Greek mythology in summer. So to begin the presentation, I will explain to you who was Alexander Pope. Well, first, he was born in London on May 21st in 1688. He had what in that time was known as Pott's disease and is now called tuberculosis. It was a rare disease caused by an extrapyneal infection that caused arthritis in the spine, which eventually leads to a severe bad posture. He started with me at the age of 12, and what introduced him into the world and made him reach popularity was his translation of the Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer. So Summer is the name of this poem. This is a poem, and it might be dedicated to nature only. The danger and beauty someone can find in it. Pope sometimes talks about love and ties nature to a woman, maybe because of fertility. Pope, as he seems to represent in this poem, was fond of mythology. So I will talk about using as a start point each of the mythology characters that I mentioned in this poem. So at first he mentions the word Elysium, and in Greek mythology, what is considered to be paradise. So Elysium was the gods' paradise, where they used to send those humans considered as heroes, where they were gifted with immortality to live in this paradise. Elysium, like every other paradise mentioned in mythology, is full of nature, peace, and beautiful places. But the place Pope describes is not paradise, but the place where he is. It is mentioned that with the money he gets from his translation of the Iliad and the Odyssey, he buys a house far away from the society. The next words are Venus and Adonis. Venus was the goddess of love, sex, beauty, and fertility in Roman mythology, while Adonis was a man extremely beautiful and the favorite of the goddess Aphrodite. So Venus, as the mythology says, was the goddess of beauty, which Pope uses to describe the woods, and as Adonis was Venus' favorite, he is supposed to be by her side. The next word is Diana. Diana, as a goddess of the hunt, is logical to find her in nature or in the woods, as mentioned before. Diana is also one of those goddesses who promised to be virgins forever and remained unmarried. That's why in the poem, it's mentioned the word chaste because of this vow she makes. So the next words are the names. The names are minor deities, usually tied to a specific place or form, such as trees or water bodies. Even though they were considered minor deities, they are associated as the lover of heroes or as their mothers. Here Pope uses them as both, since nature can provide what names also can, which is protection and care. The next word is Ceres. Using Ceres in the beginning is a statement of fertility, which also leads to a crown with corns. And because Ceres is the Roman goddess of agriculture, grain crops, fertility, and motherly relationships. And after is a full detailed description of how much nature there is where he is, how much grass, trees, pure air he can find. The next word are muses. They are considered inspirational goddesses, which describes pretty much everything he the resound of praise could be the music you can find in nature, from the singing of birds to wind itself. Also uses the muses as the main point. And Orpheus is the last word. To finish this poem, Pope uses the myth of Orpheus, a very talented musician in mythology, and as a rival to nature itself. Since this is the end of the poem, it is also the end of the day, and Pope describes it and portrays it with a sunset. And well, that last part is basically describing a sunset. So that's pretty much everything of the poem. I hope you like it and that you learned a lot. So, bye.